would you write 100% no? Okay, so for this next activity, we are going to try to relate to some of the situations or characters in Cinder. So we'll ask you a question, or like give you a scenario from the book, and then ask you a question about your own life. And then you can say if you 100% yes, agree with that, to the spectrum of like 100% no. So everybody stand up, and then when we ask you the question, you're going to move to wherever in the room you feel like you fit.
Yeah. So we're going to start the fun one.
I think I'm at 50%.
Yes, that's like
okay.
Yeah. So 50-50.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So the first question is: many of the young women in Beijing all hope to meet and hopefully marry the prince. Have you ever hoped that you would meet and/or marry a celebrity crush of yours?
Yes. You beelined it 100% no.
Yes and no. Interesting. There's a gender divide here.
Okay, talk to a neighbor, maybe figure out who that is.
Chris No hesitation.
Has anyone ever actually met their celebrity crush?
Oh my God. Myself.
I have a celebrity crush that maybe people don't know who he is. He's a mandolin player named Abby Avital. And he's so handsome. But he's so married and has a gorgeous
He's so married.
What is this repulsion to?
I mean, most of the people I had crushes on were like in old black and white movies, and so they're dead, so that's not going to be a thing, obviously.
Like who? Like who?
Gregory Peck, Fred Astaire,
Okay.
Cary Grant.
Yeah.
Glamour.
Too old.
Too old, huh?
And you're getting married.
Yeah.
Lifetime commitment means no celebrity.
Okay, number 2. Kai felt like he had to marry Queen Lavanna for the greater good. Have you ever felt like you had to do something you really didn't want to do for the greater good?
Okay.
Okay, if you have a specific example, talk to the person next to you. I'm sure. Kind of staying in the same place.
I have been met with a decision like that.
I know it.
I feel like I do.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure I had to like buying toilets.
Like, I don't know, at work, when I'm talking to somebody,
We're late for the greater good. Like, but I'll buy toilets because I hate it. You know, like,
I don't think I would ever have a scenario where for the greater good would happen.
Does someone want to share an example for that?
So mine wasn't exactly like the greater good of like the world, but mine was like the greater good of my hygiene. Just because, like, for being an adult, I hate buying toilet paper and like all that crap, and for the greater good of my hygiene and for other people smelling me, I have to buy that stuff. So that's the approach that I took.
Oddly specific.
Appreciate your honesty.
I hate it.
One more.
I was thinking about teaching.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm tutoring a lot right now, and I love it, but sometimes I'm like, I don't have time for this. But for the greater good of the kids I'm tutoring. Like, I can't bail on them halfway through the year. So, you know, it's the greater good of their education right now, I guess. Yeah.
Future leaders.
Yes, I like it. Okay, question 3. Cinder hides the fact that she's a cyborg from the prince. Have you ever hidden a part of your identity for fear of judgment? Lizzie!
Wow!
Totally.
Wow. Some people are more stable in terms of identity.
Well, we're unstable.
Right. No.
Okay, let's hear from someone over here.
Am I the only one? Okay.
No, you're the.
I don't know. I just don't really worry about what other people think about me, so I don't really care too much. So yeah.
Okay, someone from over here.
I've struggled with a lot of medical problems in my life, and so I don't like to tell people, like, when I'm not feeling well or when I'm sick, because then people look at me weird, or they're like, will be like, do you need help walking? I'm like, oh, no. I don't like people feeling bad for me.
I don't know if it's necessarily like not worrying about what other people think, but there's like certain aspects that I'd really rather not people know they could be obvious if they like have struggled with it themselves. So you work at trying to hide it because you don't want people to like you just don't want people to know. It's just not something that they need to know.
I'm always concerned that my boyfriend is going to find out how ridiculous I really am, and then he's just going to leave. That's like a thing that just is there. Do you know? Yeah.
You're fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, number 4. Throughout the book, Cinder struggled with her self-image and her self-concept. To what degree have you struggled in accepting who you are?
Would that be a yes or no question?
Yeah. What degree?
Like
Like
100%.
86.
Yeah.
None.
Say that again.
Wait, so is this like you struggle a lot? This is like you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
like
struggle
spectrum.
It's like
Like
so like what degree? I'm like 75.
100%, you struggle so much. 100%, you struggle not at all. Middle, maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Or like your self-image or your body image.
I feel like I'm like blocking.
You have 50% mark.
Very good. Can you guys get into groups of 3 and just talk about it for a minute or so? Hey,
You can stand up, Josh. It's okay. You're not. This struggle is real. This struggle is real. Struggle is real. Yeah.
Used to be 100, going towards that direction. But
Good.
not quite.
Progress.
Struggling with who you are.
Some people kind of know. Yeah, but I feel like underneath.
You know.
People can have confidence in this.
In theory, that would be cool.
But maybe I've never met them.
Or they could be confident in like there's something. Like you can't just like be perfect 100%. Like yeah, I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, okay, that's like,
So,
so
like-
like, have like something that they're like insecure about, but like, I don't know, I feel like there's people like,
Okay. Can we hear from someone who hasn't shared yet?
Well, I know where my identity is, and so I don't really struggle with asking who am I, just because I already know. So.
River person?
Maybe it's too deep.
I think that, so the question, just to clarify, is about like being secure. Wait, could you?
Insecure in who you are.
Yeah. So I don't, not to say that none of you guys are like not secure in who you are, but I feel like we're all totally like broken human beings, and that with time and with effort, like you learn to have bravery and you learn to validate those fears of insecurity, and you're able to be confident in that, but that doesn't mean that you don't have the insecurities. So 100% insecure, but brave.
Oh. Nice way to reframe that. It can be a positive, that's a post-structural kind of thought, sort of transforming an old thought in a new way. Thank you.
Okay, one more question. The people of Earth during this time felt a level of fear towards the lunars. Have you ever felt a level of fear towards a people group in response to an event occurring, or the fear of an event occurring? Yes or no? In between. Okay. Can you guys just share with people around you really briefly?
Disasters happening. Terrified of earthquakes, but so I don't know if that counts.
Yeah.
But there's never been like.
And with people, I feel like I grew up in an international school, so I was able to like be able to learn from different cultures and stuff. So I never grew up like being fearful of what the news said about different types of ethnic groups or stuff.
That's the closest thing I would
I think it's just the way our upbringing was.
And even though it wouldn't necessarily directly affect me, it's more of my fear of what would happen to my friends. It's people that I know and I see something. And Donald Trump just kind of, he does kind of seem like a comical figure for us, but the fact that he does have so many politics is
frightening. It's frightening that there's a law in America that supports it, and that's like,
yeah.
Where are those people? Like, I want to talk to them and be like, what are you thinking?
I found one who admitted to it. Yeah. Have you not? Because it's hard to find. I know one person.
I know some people too, and it's just kind of that thing.
Donald Trump is every day.
It's not
kind of makes you question.
It's like they're more hung up on like some of the more financial aspects of him, and like they don't really talk about like other things that he like. I don't know. That's what I found even people I've talked to.
like calling a woman a big fat pig. That doesn't concern them.
They're like, oh, whatever, like.
Okay. Thank you for participating in our little activity. And thanks for sharing. I really appreciate you guys sharing.
That was really good.